So here we have it, finally going to start the little cozy coupe project. First things first, we need to slam it out, so let's do that. Just finished pulling the whole rear subframe out, so now we're going to be putting a bit of camber into it. Here's our rear subframe out. I didn't realise that this car was a solid rear end. I thought it might be independent rear, but obviously it's not. As we can see, it's mounted vertically. So you might be asking how we're going to add camber into it. Pretty simple. Cut that off, that there, tilt it over, good to go. It's the bonus of not building a street legal car. It's simply just going to be push off the trailer, park it up. Kids can have a good laugh about it and take some photos by it. So yeah, it's probably the bonus of not building something to a standard. You can just do whatever you want. Like, yeah, it's probably not even going to get driven, just simply off a trailer, parked up, back on a trailer, back home. The bonus of being a solid subframe is that there's no tow arm, so it's not independent, so therefore we can just add camber and it's always going to run true. Not that, as I said, not that it really matters, but that's the bonus of not having to make up tow arms and all that type of carry on. So basically going to reuse the old brackets, put them on there, set them to 10 degrees camber, ride them on, good to go. Both sides welded on, around about 10 degrees of camber. And since I didn't clamp anything down properly or do it properly, there's probably a bit of toe in there as well now. Our custom Wisefab subframe, all ready to bolt in. Well, I got that guess wrong. We have a lot of toe. So it's gonna cut the arms and bend it in, basically. Real simple. Check that out. That's one crooked wheel. Now that the toe and camber's all done, we need to now sort this filler neck out. That's our fuel filler neck. There's the cap here. So what we're going to do is relocate it into the boot. So we'll take it from there straight up into there and feed it in through the boot. Old school. There goes the filler neck. Now I'm going to come up through the boot here. As you can see, all the back's cut out. That's where you can see the filler neck's going to be, but we'll route it over this way somewhere. But easier to fill it up. Just need to do a little bit more cutting. Then you can dress it all up later on, but I said do a bit more of a notch in there. Likewise this side. Bringing it back old school today for all the old tricks. So we need to add some camber into it. So what we did is just slotted the holes as much as we can before breaking through. So this will be enough to set the front up anyhow, and if we need some more, then I'll weld a plate on here so you can elongate that hole a lot longer. And what you do with the hub slides in there. You drill and tap it, put a set screw in there, and that way there you can finally adjust your camber. And then you can lock it up, and you lock these two up, and there's no way that'll move at all. So yeah, bit of an old school trick. You've got to think outside the square. Don't always just run to camber plates and think, oh, I need a camber plate. So this here, that there should be enough. So if we can get that there, up here, that'll be close to 10 degrees of camber. Just that little bit of adjustment there. So with that one there, we should at least get 4 degrees out of it, 4 or 5 degrees. Here's the back suspension setup, really simple. Had no argon shield, so it was argon with the welds and obviously didn't penetrate very well at all, but it's enough to do what we want anyhow. So yeah, that's it. So some V-rod shocks, old school, actually works really well. I fully forgot to record all the bits and pieces that we've been doing, but we'll see it right at the end. So what we're up to now is just going to debadge it all, get rid of that rear wiper, all the ugly stickers and stuff. And as for the front, we're going to debadge that one and weld up the holes on the bonnet. Skidded over the whole car, as you can see, with a bit of 320 on the Wizzy, and done the filling work, and then we've done a bit of roll primer over all the areas we had to fill up. Also welded up the badge because yeah, there's quite a bit of badge there, so it looks a lot nicer now. So we'll go around with all the bits and pieces we've had to do to it. As I say, this car's not mint at all. It's going to be a lot better than it is, but as I say, it's such a low budget build, I'm not going to try and finesse the whole car and make sure everything's perfect. It's just change the colour of it basically and give the kids a smile. So we'll go for a quick walk around it. So here's all the areas we had to attack. Just dents all over the thing. Back door, obviously. As you can imagine, all the corners have been scuffed in. Yeah, that's really it. So what we're going to do next is, once the primer is all dry, we'll start blending all these little spot panels, spot patches, and yeah, get ready for paint. Probably finish it in maybe a 400 to 600 grit to see what we've got left over. So surprise, we're back at Top Gun. Cody's been kind enough yet again, as per usual, to let us use his shop and his booth and all the bits and pieces, so very grateful. Well, we really want to paint this thing outside, but as you can see, the weather's not on our side. Check this out, Top Gun, the home of Zed in Black. So when we drove here this morning, it was raining. Cody's just banged it in the boot there and gave it a quick little heat soak, and yeah, it's all dried out now. Just use compressed air to get around all the joints and stuff. So now we can give it a final wipe down, start masking it up. Here's the little beast all prepped up now. So I don't think we have enough colour. We've got some mixed up, but I'm not confident it's going to be enough. So Cody's recommended we're going to do a wet on wet primer. So that should hide all that, and then yeah, be a little bit easier for coverage. Apart from that, here she is. Last time she's going to be a little swerve. Missed a couple dents on it, but as I say, she ain't no show car or anything, it's just for the kids to have a smile. So I've done, oh, there's one around here somewhere. Oh, there, I've got that one there, and there's one on top of the door here. Fully didn't see that, but anyhow, beggars can't be choosers, and we're pretty grateful that Cody's yet again, for the third time, let us use his booth. So let's get some primer onto him. Here we have the wet on wet primer all done. Now time for us to flash off, and then we can start doing some colour. Base coat's all done now. We've done 3 coats of red, 3 coats of yellow. We had one fry up though on the light here, and also this guard, but it's not even worth trying to repair that guard. As I say, the car's there for kids to look at. First coat is set in down now, ready to do the last coat. What I came across is, when we've done the two-tone, you're obviously going to get a bit of blow through the gaps. You mask them as best as you can, and then sanded a few of the areas with a 1000 grit. But this here, I mustn't have cleaned it properly, and you can see it's a little bit red right there. But as I say, what the intentions for this car is, I don't think it's really going to matter. Kids are not going to notice at all. Last coat to go, and we're done, burger. It's been a big day, real big day. Here we have the paint all done. I don't think you can get more of a fitting shape of a car that looks like a cozy coupe. That's the whole reason we done the march, because it actually looks like a little cozy coupe. So yeah, it's going to look pretty good once we get all the decals on it. It's just been baked off, so hopefully it flashes off and it sort of evens out even more. So we're pretty happy with that. I say a few little gremlins, but what the car is, it's not worth trying to chase it.